Yeah. Oh, no, stand by to stand by, right? Yeah. So I put it on low. Really low. Really low. Hey, what's happening? It's Stephanie Stallworth, the ATL traffic lady. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. And what a Friday it is. How y'all doing out here today? Today. He wants it all today. God wants it all today. He wants you to give your all today. More of you, all of you. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. So let's see. We're Friday, November 17th, 2023. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. We're out here almost finishing the year 2023. My goodness. Where has the time gone? So I put on here, it's almost my son's birthday, 5 years since he turned 19 on November 20th, 2018. He's going to be 24 on Monday. Happy birthday to my son coming up here on Monday. But boy, that's 5 years goes by fast, doesn't it? Like, how does that even happen? Like, what are we even doing? What are we even doing around here? For 5 years. A lot happens in 5 years. A lot can happen in 5 years. Or a lot can happen in 5 years. Depends on what we choose to do with our lives each and every year. Do we choose to advance? Do we choose to stay stagnant? Or do we choose to retreat and move backwards, right? So I think we've all probably, well, I'll speak for myself. I think I've done a little of each. Howsoever, since September the 1st, we flipped the switch, flip, right? We flipped that switch in our mindset to go 1000% fully into what God has called us to do, told us to do, and what He has for us. 1000%. That's a 10x of 100%. 1000% into it. Have you been going 1000%? Like, have you gone 1000% to the finish line? Because we're almost at the finish line. What is it? It's 40 something days until till the finish line, December 31st. So what have we been doing, right? And I know that you're doing the work, I'm doing some of the work, and we're all making some progress here at HowWeFlow.Today TV and my HowWeFlow community here for self-care, wellness, and the art of well-being. And I'm glad you're along for this journey, everyone who flipped the switch with me, right? And I see you doing the work, and I see the changes happening for you. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited. Now, I was talking to some of my students. I teach a public speaking course at college, at a couple colleges here. And the students I have now in this term, we were talking about something. One of them talked about, oh, it's so important to get started. You got to get started on your goals. And he said, I'd like to flip that because, yeah, it's easy to get started. Oh, it's so hard to start, but it's important to get started. He said, I want to flip that. It's easy to get started, but it's hard to bring it to a spirit of completion, right? And there could be many reasons why we choose not to complete our goals. Might be scared of what it's going to be. I was just talking to my son about this, why I didn't move forward on a lot of things in life, in my journey, in my career, in my early years, because of fear. I was locked in fear of the success that I was having. Why does that happen? I don't know. God lays the things right out for you, and you're walking in it, and then you get like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. I'm scared to death. I'm scared out of my mind right now. And what are you scared of, right? We had a long conversation. My not the one who's having a birthday. Yesterday, my youngest son came home from his first semester of college. Lord have mercy. You guys got to pray for him. I asked you to pray for him in the last video, please, and thank you. Pray for his spirit of excellence and his spirit of completion and and uh, his spirit of following direction he needs to follow and not be turned around by lack of belief or this is what we're talking about, or turned around by what other people whisper in his ear, or what they tell him that is right for him, and he doesn't believe in his own gifting that God gave him to do, or his own blessing that God laid right out in front of him, like boom, here it is. It's up to my dad would say, it's up to you to mess it up because it's right there. Your whole future is laid out in front of you. This is for my son who's doing the aviation program in college, and the school he's going to has a direct pathway, the Delta Propel pathway, to become a pilot for Delta. If you finish the program, you'll be fully prepared. Apply for the program, get in the program, you'll be in the direct career pathway for a pilot for Delta. And everybody doesn't get in the program, and he's in the program, and now he thinks he doesn't want to be in the program for whatever reason. And maybe he doesn't, I don't know. But it's like, if it's laid all out for you perfectly, and it's a great future destiny and destination, why do we stop doing it? Why do we not make the progress? What are we scared of, right? I'm saying it to you, but I'm saying it to me too, right? Because I've gone through it. Like I said, over the years, especially early in my career, I've been in broadcast 35 years. It'll be 36 years next year. So 35 and a half years maybe next month, right? By the end of the year, 35 and a half years. And so, early on, God gave me such quick progress. Didn't have to go to small markets and go to little town here and small town there and work my way up. I always got to be in the large markets initially. And so he's blessed me in the broadcast career. I've been in all the major markets and major platforms. So I'm grateful for that. But then I got scared sometimes to really take the true big step into what the big opportunities were. And why was I scared? I don't even know. Because if he opened every door for me before, he'd do it again. But why would you be scared or worried about what he had for you, right? So we had a long conversation about that yesterday. And when I'm speaking with my students, we talk about a lot of stuff. And again, one of them said, they had to do a presentation, and the presentation could have been about any topic they want, but we're all working towards becoming, I'm having to work towards becoming transformational speakers that can help not only themselves transform, but transform other people. Same kind of thing as I do here. And so, they talked about how everyone says, "Oh, it's so hard to get started on trying to achieve your goals." He said, I want to turn that on its head and say it's so hard to finish achieving your goals because of whatever reasons you got in your mind that stop you from taking the final steps. And you just sit there and really get nothing done. And maybe you're doing some work in the background, but you're still not taking the final steps to just step into the new space that God has for you, right? I'm scared. I'm nervous. It's different. I don't know. Why would you doubt God, right? So, we all go through this at some point or another, well, most people anyway. And I'll include myself. I can't speak for anybody who's watching, but yeah, that does happen. And so it's like, why am I dragging my feet to get to what I really, really want when it's right there? What am I nervous about? If God put it up for me, He knows that He's going to equip me for it. So what is the problem, Bob? Spud's on the job, Bob. Little Bob the Builder. What is the problem, Bob? So no problem, Bob. But listen, I had to ask myself. I think it was last week, maybe my last video, or 2 videos ago. I'm not sure. Uh, where I talked about uh, just brushed over, trying to get ready to go. So it might have been Saturday. It might have been 2 videos ago. Last Saturday, going out to the opening of the new health clinic at New Birth, the Jamal Bryant Center. And, Saturdays I usually get to sleep in. I'm like, oh, I want to be there, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go through all the things you do to get ready to go. I just want to beam me into the space, like beam me up, Scotty, into the space like Star Trek. And so I'm like, oh, but I got to go through the process of preparing and getting ready to go so that I can leave and go and be there. I want to be there. I love what I'm going to be, the event I'll be at or the space I'll be at. or whatever, stage in life I'll be at, but I don't want to do what it takes to get there because it requires me to do something. So I got to get up early. Oh, I got to actually, decide what to wear. I got to actually do this and do that and prepare. And then I got to drive and then I got to get there. Right. But I just want to beam in and beam out. Right. But life doesn't work that way. We can't just beam in and beam out. So if God set something up for you and your destiny, and you've known it from the moment that He popped it in front of your face, and you felt you weren't ready for it, or whatever thought life and process you had, and you dragged your feet for a day, a month, 3 months, 12 months, 24 months, that's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So 5 years ago, my son turned 19. So 5 years ago, he put something in front of my face. And if you drag your feet for 5 years, like, why are you dragging your feet for 5 years? What is going on? You can imagine someone dragging their feet. You're pulling them along, and they're just dragging their feet. You can see the tops of their shoes getting all scuffed up. They mom and dad gonna be mad with them. Scuffing up your shoes. What are you scuffing up your shoes for? Gee willikers, right? So I'm just like, I'm tired. This mommy is tired, right? 5 years goes by, and I'm like, what am I doing? Right? Waiting for people to do something. And they ain't doing it. What am I wasting my time for? I don't waste my time either. I don't want to drag my feet either to move forward. So what are we to do, right? What are we to do? What is a girl to do? Right? So I'm in that space today. And my son was turning 19 5 years ago, and this year he's turning 24. That's a lot of years. Shoot, my birthday get ready to come up, and I'm gonna be a year older. Like, oh my gosh, you know, can't be wasting all my years fooling around, waiting around for people, or even waiting around for myself to do something. Right? There's plenty of stuff that I've been dragging my feet on in my own life, and if you'll be honest with yourself, there's plenty of things you may be dragging your feet on in your life to get done. And it's like, well, let me think about it. Um, and you spend the time. It's all I think about is doing this. I got it all planned out. I keep coming up with these great ideas that are not executed, are just that, great ideas that just go into the ether, never see the light of day. So if God gave you these great ideas to do these great, amazing things, and we don't take any action to it, faith without works is dead. We don't take any action to what we're supposed to be doing, it turns into a whole, what do we call it, a hill of beans, a whole hill of beans, a whole bunch of nothing. It's like you're getting nowhere. Go pound sand. You're doing nothing. And so I got plenty of things. I told you I've been in a slump off and on for a while, but I've been in a big slump since my mom passed away about a year ago. So um, a lot of things I thought I was going to do, I have not done. So I'm not just talking to you or any of you who are watching. I'm also talking to myself. Like, okay, I got everything I need to do everything I need to do to fulfill what God has for me to fulfill. And I haven't done any of it. I just think about it, talk about it, prepare for it, gather all of the things that are required to go with it, supplies or what have you, right? I have everything I need. I have everything I need. And that's a whole word right there. You got everything you need. I have everything I need. God supply all my needs. But what am I doing with it? You got to ask yourself, what am I doing with it? What am I so scared of? I'm scared to let go of stuff. I'm scared to move into my destiny. I'm scared of what other people think. I still kind of like the mess I'm in. What is it, right? It's comfortable like that in the mess. I got to actually show up as a proper person in order to do the new thing, the destiny thing. I don't know if I'm ready to do that. Like, those are all the things, right? So I don't know if any of that's resonating with you, but I'm telling you, it's resonating with me. And I'm just like over the whole thing. Like, okay, these years go by And it's like, why are you dragging your feet, spinning your wheels, sit and spin? You know, that little toy sit and spin. I guess there was some value to it for kids and their sensory or their skills of coordination or what have you, balance coordination. Who knows? But sit and spin to me is just like, you know, sitting and spinning, getting nowhere. You're putting all this exertion of energy into spinning, but spinning doesn't get you ahead, doesn't even move you to the side, left or right, or backward. You're just sitting and spinning, exerting your energy, doing nothing. Meanwhile, right ahead of you, right in front of you, is your whole destiny of what God has for you. And you're just sitting and spinning, looking at it, observing it, tearing it apart, thinking about it, imagining how amazing it will be, how it's exactly what you want, and then we don't do anything about it. And it's like, what is the reasoning for that? And so this is where we're digging into this week. Why are we sitting and spinning? What are you scared of? What are you worried is going to actually happen when you do what God said? You know, do you trust him anyway? Like, do we trust him? He never let us down before. At least I'll speak for myself. He never let me down. And if he said no to something that I wanted, it was for my best anyway, right? So if he's saying no to something that we're holding on to, let that doggone thing go, baby. Shut it down. Shut it down. I got some things I gotta let go of. Gotta let go of some stuff. Like, all right, I have enough. It served its purpose. It served its purpose. It was a placeholder, right? Until your whole real destiny came through, or till you really embraced your full destiny, because the destiny been there, but you know you ain't do nothing with it. So it's like, all righty then. And after a while, what does God do with it? Does he just keep it there sitting for you while you're sitting and spinning, or does he change the trajectory of things and say, oh well, their permissive will decided that they wanted to sit and spin instead of going full gusto over what I got for them, so I'm gonna give that blessing to somebody else and be up for someone else to have, someone who's ready to go, right? So I don't want to miss anything that God has for me because I'm sitting and spinning. I'll regret it till the end of time, right? And I don't want you to miss any destiny call that God has for you because you're sitting and spinning, and then you'll regret it till the end of time that you've lost it. But yet it was right in front of you all those years, right? And so, we have to. I said, we got to grow up. It's time to grow up. When are we going to grow up? When am I going to grow all the way up, Stephanie? When are you going to grow all the way up? You're growing up, but when are you going to grow all the way up and do everything that you're supposed to be doing? Not just some of the things, not the things that are comfortable, the things you feel like doing. I tell you before, we got to go beyond the feel. You can't just be, what do I feel like doing? No, you got to do what you got to do, even if it's painful to do. Shut that thing down and start anew. Go, what did I say? A thou wow. Thanks, Desiree Lee, for the thou wow, girl. That's one of my students. She gave me the thou wow. 1,000%, for what it is that thus saith the Lord here today. You know what I mean? But I'm over the whole thing really, I'm kind of over waiting on things and people to do what they gotta do. My son is gonna be 24. He was 19, and now he's gonna be 24. That's a long time. I'm tired of fooling around with that. So I got till his birthday to you know get the movement going. And so if I don't have any movement, I got to do something else. I'm getting no younger. None of us is getting no younger. We feel younger, but we're not getting younger. And all these years wasted. I mean, if we think back of all that we could have done if we did what God said to do when He says to do it, if we do it right then, and all of the forward progression He could have given us, and the unparalleled blessings He could have given us if we didn't waste those years. And now we're sitting here years later, like still in the same place. Like, why are we sitting and spinning? I know we got layers of trauma. We got the parfait of trauma, and we got to heal from it and all that. But why are we sitting and spinning? I know I'm scared of what What's going to happen if it's really successful? Wow, it's going to blow my mind, but I didn't know if I was ready for it, or the scrutiny of what people will say about it, right? Maybe that's it. I don't know. I really don't know. I tell you, we got all kinds of reasons. Everybody got their own reasons. You got your reasons. I got my reasons. Everybody got their reasons. But time is a hard taskmaster, my mom used to say, and it don't wait for nobody. So if I'm coming up on a 5-year waiting period for something, I'm like, Stephanie, what are you even waiting around here for? Ain't nothing going on up in this joint. So you need to find out what you're supposed to be doing, because this must not be it. Because I ain't letting my destiny be held up, because everybody who's part of the destiny don't want to, jump in. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know what to do about that. Y'all know what to do about that? Let's say I was supposed to do something, um, however long ago, and I never did it. And years went by. And had I done it, it would have changed the trajectory of not just my life, but the life of other people that are connected to me and to that destiny. But I didn't do it for 5 years. Like, what? Who's missing something? Some people are missing some blessings at this point. That's 5 years worth of what God could do for you when you actually follow what He says. So, I gotta look at myself and say, okay, well, if I've been waiting for a long time for somebody to follow the destiny that connects me with that, um, what am I going to do about it? I guess I could sit here and wait, but I'm just like, I don't know, God, maybe, maybe, maybe you gotta give me a new destiny, because I can't control people. People can only control themselves. Nobody can control me. I can't control nobody. Can't control these people, and sometimes we can't even control ourselves. So, you know, it's time for us to grow all the way up and do what God said to do. I mean, we've been through this before. So if you've been following along in the videos, this is How We Flow.Today TV. How are you flowing today? How you doing? How are you feeling? It's Friday. I'm laying down, okay? But I have miles to go before I sleep. I got tons of stuff to do. In fact, I got a meeting coming up. I'm here online here in about 15, 20 minutes. So I'm about to go do that. But I just wanted to hop on here and chat you up. May do a regular video for you sometime here soon over the weekend. But why are we sitting and spinning? Go look up. If you don't know what that toy is, I want you to Google sit and spin toy. And it's just sit and spin, sit and spin. If you just sit and spin, da 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 da. That was a commercial, right? For sit and spin. I'm like, why am I sitting and spinning? I'm tired of this. If people are going to do what they're supposed to do, and they're connected to me, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I can't make people do stuff, and I don't want people to do stuff if they don't want to do it anyway. I don't want no parts of that negativity either. So, what are you gonna do? Sit and spin or get that thing moving? So I got till the 20th. That's Monday, and then that's my cutoff space. Like, well, I got to find something else to do. But so you got to decide for yourself. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna make it to the cutoff? Make a move before the cutoff, or am I gonna just keep sitting and spinning? And everybody's got to make their own decisions for their own life. My youngest son got to make his own decisions for his own life and about what he's going to do. Is he going to go this career trajectory into the life of a pilot for Delta, or is he going to do something else? And he has to decide. And everyone on here who's watching the video, you have to decide what you're going to do with your future, with your life. And we talked about it a couple videos ago. Every decision you made up to this point has gotten you to right where you are right now. And if you don't like where you are right now, that means you got to make some different decisions, because the same decisions are getting you in the same place. If you're sitting and spending 3, 4, 5 years, you ain't been making no different decisions, right? So it's time to make new decisions and change your trajectory. I mean, us being held back because of fear or others' opinions and all kinds of, societal structure maybe, or what people think you should be doing and what their thoughts are for you. Who cares? I would say the same old thing. Whose life is it anyway? Whose life is this? This is my life, and I'll make my decisions for my life, and I follow God with them. That's your life. You decide. Those people around you don't decide for you. I don't care. Keep saying, I don't care. I don't care. Shut. They can't decide for you. They can if you allow them. But I told us last week we were taking our power back. Didn't we say, take your power back? Take your power back. Have you taken it back? Maybe a little, but maybe not fully. You know, I put something on Twitter the other day that said, you know, don't let these people do this to you. Don't let people do stuff to you where, they hold you back from your destiny. And, their season is over in your life. And you got to let them know that, cut the connection, and move on. Pray they find their new assignment by the end of the year, because they can't go with you into 2024 and what God has for you. They're not part of that vision, right? So it's time for us to really take a good hard look at what we've been doing. And again, if we're doing a wow, 1,000% till the end of the year, I want to see you making some decisions. I want to see me making some decisions. I want to see us, doing what it takes. We can be comfortable in our mess because it's easy and it's comfortable. It doesn't require anything of us to maintain. We just maintain it. I'm just maintaining. It's good enough. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with it. Just keep rolling like it is. Or you can make the radical changes that are required to live the life that is your dream life that you don't have to take a vacation from. Right? Surround yourself with the right individuals, create the right mindset for yourself, and go a thou wow to that. We only live once, man. We only live once, woman. Girls, boys, teens, whoever's watching. We only live one time. So, and it's up to you to create the changes in your life. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. You must do it for yourself. So, oh my gosh, Becky, I'm so over it. I'm like, how am I getting to 5 years since my son was 19? He's 24. What have I been doing for 5 years? And let me just sit here and let this thing stay like it is. That's crazy to me, right? What make you sit there 5 years and let things stay like it is? That's crazy to me too. So, my big boy gonna be 24 on Monday. And it'll be 5 years since God put a destiny meeting right in front of my face. And nobody says how long it really takes, but I just see some sitting and spinning. That's what I feel. And if I haven't heard anything otherwise that said that people are not sitting and spinning, then that's what I believe. So until I hear otherwise, maybe this weekend I'll hear otherwise, that you're not sitting and spinning, that you're actually making moves or something. Say something. Say something. Somebody got to say something around here. I always say somebody got to say something. People just act like stuff doesn't go on, doesn't happen, that's not out of order. And no one says anything. It's like the emperor's new clothes. What are we even doing here? Y'all ever see the emperor's new clothes or hear the story emperor's new clothes? Something else to Google. The emperor's new clothes. Only the one little kid could say, but he doesn't have on anything. What are you talking about, his new clothes? I don't see nothing. Weaving his stuff with invisible special thread. Please, child. That is a fugazi. That is bamboozled and hoodwinked. And people got you all up where they want you. And it takes a little kid to say, but that is not what y'all saying it is. How come nobody's saying what it really is, right? So, that's where I am with this thing. I'm over the whole thing. I promise you I'm over it. Like, oh my gosh, I can't take it another minute. Okay, I can take it through the weekend. And then that's it. November 20th, I'm on. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I don't know. I can't say it's a wrap on God's thing, but in my mind, it's a wrap. It might not be in my life that it's a wrap because God's in charge, not me. But I'm just like, I can't just sit around here getting old, turn to old lady. While people do whatever they want to do. Not doing it. Not here. Not today. Well, maybe today, tomorrow, Sunday, but Monday, it's a wrap. That's 5 years. What are we doing for 5 years? Somebody tell me something. Anyway, and it's just like, we all find spaces where we get frustrated, and then sometimes we get so frustrated and overwhelmed, we'll just sit and do nothing and sit and spin. We've all been guilty of it, I'm sure. If you haven't been, I'm proud of you. My hat's off to you. If you've never sat and spun, sit and spin, wicker, wicker, sit and spin, wicker, wicker, sit and spin. You just have to sit and spin. La 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 la. Come on, look at that commercial. Google that commercial for sit and spin. You know what I'm talking about. You'll see. So you're googling sit and spin commercial, and you're googling the Emperor's New Clothes story, fairy tale or whatever it was. The Emperor's New Clothes. Why is no one saying anything about what is completely obvious here? Y'all acting like it's like everything's so perfectly fine and it's a whole mess. What is happening? How many people are hypnotized by this whole thing? I don't know what it is. What is it? Lord, you got to help me understand, because I do not understand. I do not understand. Do you understand? I don't. Understanding just comes from communication. I teach communications all day, every day. And the best communicated message is one that's received by the listener in the way the speaker intended. But if you don't speak, you don't communicate anything, it's all up to the other party's interpretation. So if they interpret it as you just sitting and spinning and doing nothing, then that's on you, because you didn't communicate that it's otherwise. If they just take it as me sitting and spinning and doing nothing, then that's on me, because I didn't communicate to them to share with them otherwise, or even to share what really is going on, right? It's the sitting in the darkness and the unknowing, and the quiet, and the pretending stuff is not happening, and the Emperor's New Clothes, and the I'm not going to talk about what really is, because I worry about what other people say about what really is. Who cares about that? Again, whose life is it? All right. So this is my life, and I care about what happens in my life and the people that are connected to me and connected to my life. And I want what's best for everyone connected to me, right? Pastor Brian used to talk about a sermon. How long you been this way? How long? He said, how long? How long you been this way? And I'm gonna flip that and say, how long? How long are you going to be this way? How long do you plan to be this way? That's what I want to know. So, you know, that's the question of the day. QOTD. How long are you going to be this way, Stephanie? How long are you guys going to be this way? Whoever's watching my video, how long are you going to be this way? And again, maybe 100% of the people on here are not in that boat. You might be moving, progressing really well, and you did your thou wow, and I'm so proud of you. And I see the work, I see the changes in your persona, I see the changes in your face. The look of your face is different. You look relaxed, and you look like you have joy, not like you're just tolerating life. Sometimes I feel like I just tolerating life, just dragging my way through through life, dragging my body through life, just dealing with it. But when you start to flip the switch and change it, you get this joy that's unspeakable. It's this joy that I have. The world didn't give it, and the world didn't take it away. Keep running into the joy. Stop going back to the trauma and the toxicity and the broken people who want to keep you broken when they see you progressing. I don't know why you're doing that. Well, that don't make no sense. That's not going to work. That's not of God. Ain't no Jesus in that. Well, I tell you, there ain't no Jesus in staying broke and staying toxic and staying in situations that don't serve you. That's what there's no Jesus in. That's my opinion. But there is a lot of blessing up ahead when you run into what it is that he said to do. As the creator of me and of you and of whomever is watching our video today, he knows just what you need. The good shepherd knows just what I need. And again, I have everything I need. I just got to get everything in working order and, put, it's like the concentration game. You ever played a concentration game? Or even like, I guess, Old Maid or any of them little kid card games you played as a kid. Turn over two cards, see if they match. Oh, no, they don't match. Then you turn over 2 other cards, see if they match. Oh no, they don't match. Then you turn over 2 more cards and you see one that matches one that you turned over previously, but you got to remember where it was. So then you start putting these pairs together, put 2 and 2 together, put these things together, and you start clearing the board, clear the board, clear the board. So we got to match up our pairs and clear the board, because right now everything's all over the place and it's all just a whole entire wreck, right? Everything's all over the place. We have everything we need. Everything's there, laid out on the table. God laid everything on the table that you need. But you keep picking up mismatched pairs. No, that doesn't match this, but I'm still rolling with it. Well, why? Put that back down. Find the ones that match. Find the ones that align with you and the life God has for you. And stop sitting and spinning. All right, so I'm on my Cricket phone and my battery's running out. And my time is running out because I got to go to this virtual meeting. So I'm getting ready to hop off of here. But hey, it's time to make some decisions. Make good choices. What future life do you want? It all depends on what choice you make today, what choice you make tomorrow, and what choice you make Sunday. Because Monday is a whole nother thing. It's a whole other country heard from. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Give you hugs, pats, kisses. So happy to see you progressing and doing really well. But it's not about difficulty in starting. It's about the difficulty in finishing and all the things that hold us up from finishing, whether we're scared or about people's opinions. It's just, it's just, I'm not sure if I deserve this greatness that's coming in my life. There's so many things, right? And we'll talk about them more, break them down more in some other videos I do over the weekend. But I got to get back to my other stuff because I have miles to go before I sleep. I tell you, miles to go before I sleep. But, that's it. I got Friday the 17th, Saturday the 18th, Sunday the 19th. On Monday the 20th, I gotta go into another direction because I can't take it no more. The silence is deafening. Someone got to bridge the gap here. You understand me? All right, listen, love you so much. I can't wait to see you. Let's connect. Let's do some amazing things together in life. And great turkey giveaway at New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. That's my church, y'all. By Pastor Jamal Bryant, and also Amy Witherite of 1-800 Truck Wreck, and all my fellow team members at the People Station B103, all together to do this 2,000 turkey and food box giveaway to prepare people for Thanksgiving. And a lot of people need it. The line was crazy, like it always is at the King's table. So, at the time of this video creation, it's over. It happened on Thursday, the Thursday before Thanksgiving, a week before Thanksgiving. But there's twice a month. If you go to newbirth.org and look for the King's Table, you'll see when they're doing it. 2 Saturdays a month, I think they're doing the King's Table, and it's a whole streamlined operation. They got that thing down to a science. There's no haphazard, crazy this and that. You don't have to get out your car. You don't have to do any of that. I've been blessed to be able to be blessed by food pantries before, not even that long ago, right? And so, shucks, if I could have been off work, I'd have been at the line at New Birth because I need some help with that for Thanksgiving. But some of you got to get out your car and you have to go in and you got to show your everything and you got to talk about everything and all of that stuff. But this, you pop your trunk, boom, next. Everybody just get what they need. You can get prayer if you want, talk to people if you need to, and all of that. But it's a streamlined operation. Definitely got to check out the King's Table. All food pantries are great. This is the one that is like could be the blueprint for everyone all around with food pantry because it's how they've got it set up. All the volunteers are out there so early on a Thursday morning. I wasn't the only one getting up and being at work at 4 o'clock in the morning. You guys were out there. So my hat's off to all my New Birth members and family from my church and all the ministerial staff, all the folks directing traffic, everyone helping with the stuff into the people's cars. Dr. Bryant, amazing things that you're always doing. So proud of you. So excited about the ministry. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. And like I said, always glad to help. Need me to help you with anything, I'm here for you always. Um, yeah, so that was great. But check them out at newbirth.org and look for the King's Table. It's the food distribution they do twice a month, 2 Saturdays a month. So check that out. Tell anybody who you know who may be dealing with food insecurity or need some help with that they are available to assist. All right. That's New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Stonecrest, Georgia. That's my church, y'all. That's my church, y'all. I love it there. I love it there. That's my church. All right. So hats off to everybody there. That was a great operation. Again, wish I could have been there, but I'm doing traffic for 4 radio stations, so I can't just dump out and just go for one radio station because I got 3 other stations I got to handle. So I did the best I could directing people there traffic wise. so exit 47 off of I-20, all roads lead to New Birth. I don't know if we're the only church with our own interstate exit, but we're the only one in Stonecrest with our own interstate exit. So there you go. Probably the greater Atlanta area even. Dr. Bryant, you need to get a sign up that says New Birth, this exit for exit 74. I got to talk to G-Dot about that. We need to get that done, don't we? You know what I mean? Let's get her done. We're not sitting and spinning anymore. Okay? Are you ready? Are you ready to throw down? Yes, we are. Like I'm doing stick cheers. I got to do it with more soul. Are you ready to throw down? Yes, we are. Anyway, I'm laying down, but I got to get up. I got a minute till my meeting starts. I got miles to go before I sleep. We're not sitting and spinning anymore. I love you so much. Give you so much love. Can't wait to see you. Let's talk. My mom said, we'll talk. Let's talk. Let me know what's going on for real, for real. Okay. And there's no fear or worry. There's no worried about, people don't want to hear what you have to say. I mean, none of that. Just go for it. Let's chat it up. Let's figure it out. There's destiny that awaits. And I'm ready to get off this doggone sit and spin. I'm ready to get on my big wheel and roll down the hill. Let's go. Love you guys. God bless you. It's Stephanie Stallworth, ATL Traffic Lady, founder and CEO of the Flow streaming service and of HowWeFlow.Today and HowWeFlow.Today TV, HowWeFlow.isogenics.com. Check out my self-care, well-being, art of well-being products, wellness products for you at HowWeFlow.isagenics.com. Check out the website at HowWeFlow.Today, at HowWeFlow, TODAY. I'll soon be getting up the FlowTelevision.com website back up here, maybe over the weekend. But so much going on, and I'm happy to include you. So please stop sitting and spinning, by golly. I'm waiting for you over here. If you're wondering if I'm waiting, yeah, I'm waiting. What? Say so. Say something. If you love me, won't you say something? I'm going to say something to y'all. I love you. God bless you. And let's go. Get your big wheels. See ya.